The Prime Minister just can't seem to overcome his compulsion to embarrass us whenever he's overseas. If he isn't pulling bizarre attention-seeking stunts, he still embarrasses us at international summits, as we're always treated to footage of international leaders ignoring or even purposely snubbing him at meetings. They don't take him seriously, and they make it clear they haven't time to indulge him when they're having important conversations. Trudeau's latest stunt, though, wasn't due to his trying to grab attention, nor was it another video of his standing on the outside looking in during a gathering. This time, Trudeau managed to put his full intellect on display when he was asked a question he wasn't ready for when he did a presser in Cambodia. CTV reporter Anne Bergeron Oliver asked him, "The Canadian Parliament has already called China's treatment of the Uyghurs a genocide. Why haven't you?" Straightforward question. Trudeau's response was so awkward, it was almost physically painful to watch him. His eyes widened in sudden terror as he knew he'd been caught flat-footed. He looked down in a panic at his notes, was surely praying that somebody had written some talking points for him. Then he looked back towards the camera with a true deer-in-the-headlights look. The pause, it seemed like an eternity, and one could almost hear the little hamsters on wheels in his head, desperately trying to compose an answer for him. Finally, Trudeau uttered an odd, disjointed word salad as he babbled about defining genocide and left the question unanswered. Trudeau is utterly incapable of thinking on his feet. He clearly has been directed to not ad-lib, and in this case, he was probably wise that he didn't try to wing it with an answer. But the leader of a country really should be able to answer questions without scripted answers, though. The other troubling thing with Trudeau's non-response was the clear terror of saying anything negative about China. The world has condemned the Chinese acts of genocide against the Uyghurs. The Canadian Parliament demonstrated rare unity when they voted 266-0 to declare a genocide. Look at that blank stare on him there. That's because playing a clip from it. Missing from the vote, though, was Trudeau and his cabinet. They chose to hide. Just how deeply controlled is Justin Trudeau by China? We've recently been getting word that China had been potentially funding candidates in the 2019 federal election. And Trudeau's been sitting on that, actually. I wonder which party those candidates were with. The Chinese hold over Trudeau runs deeper than just some campaign funding, though. China's a rogue state bullying the world, yet Trudeau will avoid being critical of them at all opportunities. When the leader of a nation is a fool, it means somebody's behind them pulling the strings. And unfortunately, our national fool doesn't even appear to be answering to a domestic master. He dances to the tune of China, much to the embarrassment and detriment of Canada.
Here's an update on commodity prices around Lethbridge for today. Cash barley has dropped to $4.46 per metric ton, feed wheat is trading at $4.70, and corn is lower at $4.55 per metric ton. In the milling wheat markets, December Minneapolis futures dropped 12 cents at $9.62, with local hard red spring bid for December movement at $11.85 per bushel. Moving on to canola, January futures are lower $2.90 at $891.70 per ton, with delivered values for December movement at $20 per bushel. In the pulse markets, nearby red lentil prices remain at 34 cents per pound, and yellow peas are trading at $13 per bushel. And in the cattle markets, December live cattle added 50 cents, up to $151.78 per 100 weight. For more information on pricing or FOB farm options, give me a call at 403-394-1711. I'm Matt Busicum at Marketplace Commodities. Accurate real-time marketing information and pricing options.
Canadian Shooting Sports Association. Without the CSSA, our gun rights would have been taken long ago. These guys are on the front lines helping to draft smart and intelligent firearms regulations and legislation in Canada, and more importantly, educating the public about how we keep guns out of the hands of the wrong people. To become a member, it's absolutely worth every penny. You can become a Western Standard member for just $10 a month or $99 a year for unlimited access